Hello, welcome to my next Let's Play. This is Brandish, the Dark Revenant on the PSP. I have not played this version before, other than trying out the tutorial, testing it out for recording purposes. I played the original, well, not the original. I played this game, the original version of this game, on the Super Nintendo. It originated on the PC 98 in Japan. I felt like this version would be maybe a little less. If you're familiar with the game, this version might be a little less nauseating. Let's see. I might turn this to always be on. Other than that, I don't think I need to change anything. I am going to jump on in. It will go through the story. I am going to skip the tutorial because I've already done the tutorial. I don't think I need to show it. It explains the controls and the basic mechanics. I will talk about it once I get into the game. So, well, not really the controls. You don't need to know the controls unless you're playing it. Vittoria, a small kingdom protected by a great dragon. Since time immemorial, an enormous tower had stood at its center, a symbol of the boundless peace that presided over the land. Towns rose up around it, as if blanketing the spire with the warmth of countless lives that knew only tranquility and bliss. But endless fulfillment oft leads man to ruinous pursuits. Lord Bistal, who ruled the land, had such a notion one day. I wonder, he thought, if Vittoria can be made an even greater nation. Consumed with his ambition, the arrogant king set his sights upon the great power at the core of his land, a power none had been permitted to bear since the kingdom's founding. Power of the guardian dragon itself. The king personally led his army into the sacred tower and slaughtered all the monks who tried to stop him. But in the end his goals proved too lofty. His rise to power heralded an unimaginable fall. Those who went to greet his men on their return found the tower plaza empty, the dead silent save for a stern voice echoing through their heads. Corrupted tyrant, I shall grant you the power you seek, but it will take a form befitting your blackened heart. Moments later, the land of Vittoria sank deep into the earth in disgrace. Its ruler transformed into an unholy monster, the kingdom was cursed to remain forever buried and forgotten. Since then, 1,000 years have passed. Not sure how long I was lying there. But it didn't matter. The important thing is that I was still alive. I seem to have landed in some sort of man-made structure, and a rather ancient one at that. The air around me was damp and cold. My skin was covered in goosebumps. Far in the distance, a tower-like structure was visible, extending from the ground below to the ground above. If I intended to get back to the surface alive, that tower seemed to be my only hope, and so my quest began. There's like no opening I guess monologue from him in the original version. So we can rest at any time. It's a map. We can draw on the map. We got a floor map rate. It didn't do it in the tutorial. I felt like it should have, just to kind of teach you that it's a thing. But if you get, it's not like every bit of the map, but it's what they consider 100% of the map. You get an item. It's not just given to you. It's like an obelisk or something. I forget what, but we'll find it and I'll show you. And it breaks and you get an item out of it. I will be trying to get everyone that I can. Huh. Thought all our stats would start the same. Interesting. Oh well. Let's see what that looks like. That's not too intrusive. I'll keep that up. Right, and one big thing over the Super Nintendo version. I have hotkeys using the analog stick. That is so good. A life ring. Wards off death one time, only ineffective from the otherworld. Oh, okay, I know what that means. These boxes are, I think they're called otherworldly boxes, something like that. We can't attack if there's nothing in front of us. We can jump. Cash monies. Other than the analog stick, this has the same number of buttons as the Super Nintendo version would have had. And I don't know why they didn't do things like this. The Super Nintendo version, you hold down L or R, and then press left and right, and then you can sidestep. Or is it turn? I don't remember. One or the other. And you have to press both together to sleep. I don't remember what select did. I think select opened the map. And this select is just in your menu, which makes a lot more sense. We got 2 sets of stairs down. I am going to go ahead and save. Just for reasons. Make retry. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. I know what that means. Alright, a very important little room. And also one thing I could not find in this version is a speed. There's speed in the Super Nintendo version. I think it's text and movement. This seems to be like a... Okay then. This seems to be like an in-between speed. Hang on. Got cutscene here. There's so much. How could I let this happen to me? But what are you looking at? Did you come here searching for treasure too? You say your companion blew a hole in the ground and you fell in? Ha, and I thought I was an idiot. Well, actually, I guess I still am. If you weren't brought here by greed, then you're certainly a better man. A word to the wise, this place is horrifying. It's determined to see us all suffer and perish. If you want to live to see tomorrow, make sure to keep a cool head. Don't be reckless like I was. And he's dead. Okay, so what... The reason that this version is less nauseating than the original is you can see I'm turning, and the map is turning with me. I mean, I'm not turning. The map is turning. That's the way it works in the Super Nintendo version. However, it is instantaneous, so you are just immediately facing another direction, and it can be, like, it didn't bother me, but it can bother some people. Herein dwell the souls of the lost capital, suffering forevermore for their main heresies. So it could be a problem for some people. I don't know how much of a problem it would be to watch, but I've read complaints about it. This wall looks to be on the verge of collapse. I don't have anything to do with that yet. Go on. Let's go here first. I don't have a map handy. I'll probably have a map whenever I get further in. Or access to maps. Okay, so it's good to know what the weak walls look like. There's also fake walls. Yeah, if you don't do anything, you'll just be defending as long as you have a shield. I'll need to keep an eye out for what might be the fake walls. It's a little bit more obvious on some tile sets than others. And enemies respawn. At least most of them do. So if I go back through there, that slime might be back. This land exists for those who do not fear death, else it would not exist at all. So about the speed of this game, I don't know how that's going to play out. The final boss can be made a little bit easier if you slow down the speed, or actually a lot easier. But I think what'll help is the hotkeys, because in the Super Nintendo version I had to go into the menu, or the inventory, to use items or spells. I had one slot for those. Okay. This is not what it's supposed to be. Curious. Nope. Gold bar. I'm gonna go back there, and I'm not quite sure how this is supposed to work. It might also just not be in this version. In the original version, again, the Super Nintendo version, not the PC 98, although probably also in that version. Anyways, you go in here, you get the keys, and if you jump behind them, this hole does not take you to that spot. It might be from here. No, so it's just not in this version then. It takes you to the rest of this actual floor, and there's a bunch of secret stuff in here, including a teleport spell. I was not intending to use that. Well, I mean, I probably would have used that eventually, but I was not intending to use that to cheese my way through this game. It's just a... I was going to show it off, and at least I can mention it, even if it's not in this version. See, I should be marking doors. I have not been marking doors that I couldn't open. I don't think there's anything else in here. But since I haven't been marking things, I need to check. That was just a sign. Yeah, like this. Okay, so you see the experience on the right. Level is actually from killing things, and all that affects is your hit points and magic points. Everything else is usage-based. I don't have any magic right now, so I'm not going to gain intelligence. MGR is magic resistance, and you get that from getting hit by magic. And of course, strength is from attacks, and I'm getting that each time I attack. It's actually more beneficial to just punch things, because, again, it's usage-based, so each hit, and not the amount of damage, is what gives you the experience. I'm hardly an expert on these games, but I do know some. I intend to play the second game in the series after this, which will be the Super Nintendo version, because this is the only remake they made, unfortunately. I would have liked to have had the chance to play all of them. I don't know how many there are. I am aware of 4. Was this a pit or is this damage? This is damage. You can just jump right out if they're damaged. Or you die. They can just straight up kill you outright. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Right here was a weak wall. I don't know what color I should use to mark those. Let's do that. There was a weak wall somewhere else. I'm not going to worry about that. I'm aware that there are weak walls here. So that'll be enough, I suppose. And a door. Maybe I should mark it with a different color. Doesn't matter. Red is fine. Ah, this is supposed to teach you to jump. Yeah, the first floor is also kind of a tutorial. You also can't mark things in the Super Nintendo version. Oh, okay. That slightly hurt. I remember this place also being a little bit more dangerous than this in the Super Nintendo version. Like maybe they did more damage? I don't know. I think I probably didn't have armor. That might have been... I don't know. I don't remember. It's been a while since I played it. I'm just gonna... Oh! Merchant! Another visitor from above, hey? You're the 42nd person to patronize my establishment. Heh, that's probably about how long the others lasted after they left here. 40 seconds. Though I guess I shouldn't joke about that, since word is the other 41 are, in fact, dead. Oh, don't give me that look. I'm just a poor old hag trying to get by in this hellhole. Here, tell you what. As a means of apology for my morbid humor, I'll impart some advice. On your way here, did you happen to see any walls that looked a bit rickety? This place is falling apart, you know. I'll bet you could bust them down with a sledgehammer. And I happen to have some fine sledgehammers in stock. Iron balls, too, for that matter. Those might not seem like much, but if there are any pit traps around, you can save your life. It's pretty handy stuff, right? So come on, then. Buy up. The iron balls are not particularly worth it in the Super Nintendo version. I'm actually going to hang on to the gold bar. When these stack... Okay, this doesn't even mention it. Yeah, an enormous bar of gold can be sold for a high price. The more of these you have, the more each additional one is worth. I don't know what the rate is. Like 2 would be 2,010 or something. I think I'll sell it because I don't know when I'm going to get another one. That's one thing you also need to be aware of. Just it's worth more if you have a bunch of them stacked, but you also don't know when you're going to be finding more. So I am actually going to sell it. I need the money more right now, I think. Also, I don't technically need to buy these, I don't think, because the game will give you what you need. I also don't really need potions at the moment. I'm not going to buy the iron balls because I don't think they're too worth it. You also notice that they did not stack. Because you have to do that yourself. So now I can actually go back. And in the Super Nintendo version, you also cannot stack any items at all until you get the first container. The dimensional box. Wow. Just obliterate that wall. Jerk. I'll sleep it off. Oh. Okay, I should have seen that. Because you can see the cracks in the floor right there. I was not paying attention. They are not especially lethal right now. They will start doing more damage, though. That's not... Okay. That's not the button I meant to press. I'm not sure if I have to map the walls. You cannot stack weapons. Either, so... Ow! Oh, he does magic damage. You see I have a little tick on the magic resistance. Alright, here it was. I'm going to... I don't need to, but I'm going to... That's not one I want to remove. That's the one I wanted to remove. I don't need to. It doesn't particularly matter. Oh, it actually shows it as a door once I'm in it. Free hammer. This is actually the way out. So again, this is basically a tutorial floor. I guess I can test it here. 67.14. Okay, apparently I do not need to map the walls. It's good to know. The treasure within the stone monument can be freed only by ye who walk every step. So this is the stone monument is riddled with cracks and fissures. This is where the item will appear once I map the entire floor. No keyhole, so that needs a switch. I also like that this shows me where stuff changes whenever I hit a switch. I keep jumping instead of attacking because I keep thinking attack is on the X button. Cash money. I guess I probably shouldn't have come all the way back here to get those immediately. So I gotta go back that way anyways, but whatever. It's done. Also, I have to actually take damage from it to get the magic resistance. There will probably be a couple of grinds for that at some point. Welcome. Please let me know if you see anything you like. Well, well, seems we have yet another new face down here. A man this time. Did you awaken to find yourself in unfamiliar surroundings as well? An all too common tale. You just missed a young woman, practically naked. Said she was looking for a certain swordsman. That would be you, I presume. Heh, life can be tough for you lady killers from time to time. Between you and me, I'd watch my back out there. That young woman bought a fairly powerful magic rod before she left. I have no idea what you did, but next time you two meet, I'd suggest apologizing profusely. There's no turning back once you've been burned to cinders, after all. Oh yes, one more thing. There's a spring not far from here. Have you seen it? It's thanks to those pure fresh waters that people like me are able to stay alive down here. From what other lost souls have told me, this whole area bears a ludicrous amount of energy. Virtually anything can and does happen regularly. Don't let your guard down even for a second. Okay. Well, I can't afford that. Wow. Really? I mean, obviously I'm going to buy that. I don't remember if this was here originally. I'm not going to come all the way back here. This is like a linear progression game. You make your way through the entire dungeon. I'm not going to come back here. So these are a lot of very teasing items. I could sell one of my weapons, but I don't think I will. I want to remember there's not a lot of infinite use weapons in the first game. And we're back here. Huh. There's more to the... There's more to that map than just those two little rooms. Obviously, because it's only like 2%. What's down this way? No, this is nothing. Never mind. That has a that ends up in a wall. Now here's the fountain. It's looking like this part is just going to be this floor. It should go much better once I get more used to the game again. I saw you. Where'd you go? I need to stop attacking outright. And then I did it again. Okay, another thing to note, when you rest, you have 0 defense. So enemies will walk up to you and just brain you. Yeah. That's not what I wanted. Inventory. Okay, it's not come up yet, but I will have to keep an eye on the names of these potions. I don't think it'll come up for a little while, but it is something I'm going to need to remember. And there's the sledgehammers. See, there were 3 walls to break, I think? No, 4. And there you go, there's 10. And it doesn't hurt that I have more, and it'll also come in handy later when I buy keys. So I'll just have a bunch of keys and I can do stuff before the game... Not really before it intends, because they expect you to buy stuff as well. Which way am I wanting to go? This way. That's not what I wanted to do. What's the map looking? 97.89? Sure. Hey there. You're new around here, ain't ya? Take my advice, you want to live long, just stay put. You could always do what I did and start killing time by finding and selling weapons. You'd be surprised how many people come by, people just like you, who had a round of bad luck. Me, I fell down here with a friend of mine, but well, long story short, it's just me now. Everybody else I seen is dead too, far as I know. Dead because they tried to escape this place. But I ain't aiming to be a downer. I just think you'd be better off alive, like me. Even a dark, twisted dump like this can be a city if enough people settle in it, you know? And I don't... Like, this is not worth it. Maybe this? I might actually go for iron balls in this game because of the hotkeys. They're technically additional slots. It's basically 2 more slots than the Super Nintendo had. I don't see anywhere else on the map that I missed, either. Somehow I'm missing some. I think it's actually the final bit in the upper right corner, where the actual exit is. I did actually did not see that thing standing there. Or oozing there. Whatever slimes do. Oh, you still got it hidden even though you died. Yeah, I'm not seeing anywhere else something could be unless it's over here on the right. Or, not the right, on the east. Yeah, it doesn't look like it because you can see outside the walls in this. Everything looked more like it did up there originally. You can see on the map that there is a room back there, but I can't see it because it's hidden. This, I can actually see the boundary of the area. You can see I'm punching him, but my strength is still going up. What? Oh, okay, I can just press the... Okay. That's what happened. Just pressing X goes... equips or unequips something. Yeah, I have not gone in here. Is that still not 100%? How's that still not 100%? That is 100%. Oh, I have to actually go check it. Do I? Oh, okay. I get it. Once it's at 100%, I have to actually break it. Okay, good to know. I'm pressing the analog sticks instead of the D-pad. And that's actually going to have to be it for this part. I've gone a little over. Let's save. Okay, but I think yeah, I think it'll go a little faster next time. When I don't have as much to explain and random stuff to talk about. It would also be nice if I could speed it up. Like I said, there's speed settings in the Super Nintendo version. I think it's both text and movement. It might just be one. I don't remember. It's been a while since I played that version. But it really helps. This is kind of an in the middle speed. It's not the slowest, and it's definitely not the fastest. Anyways, that is going to be it for this part. I will be back next time with more of this. Hopefully it doesn't take overly long to get through. This is not an especially long game. But we'll see how this goes. I really enjoyed playing this game on the Super Nintendo, so I'm hoping I have at least as much fun with this version. Anyways, that's it for this part. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you stick around for more, and thanks for watching.